No, her name is Bala, otherwise commonly known as Zwai, otherwise it's short for Mzwandile. Yeah, born in the Eastern Cape, Mpuma Koloni. Not the Transkei side, it's the the Lokish side near Port Elizabeth in a small town called Uitenhage. Grew up in a very musical home. But I mean, we were surrounded by music all the time, but I didn't know that there was something special about my home because I guess everyone was a singer, and my folks met even singing, the two of them. So when we came out singing, people that know the folks, they would be like, yeah, of course, I mean, both parents sing, you know. So yeah, I mean, music was all around, you know, and I just took more than just the other people who are just singers, but I took a keen interest on I think the science of music. Obviously started with harmonies and vocal work, because that's what we had. We never had electricity, so the voice was the instrument that that I was used to. So I'd always be, whether it's a traditional or whatever ritual or a church, I'd always be looking for the missing part, you know what I'm saying? And for me it was normal. And what they would call sight reading, which I didn't know it was sight reading, but that's what I would do. And grandfather composing music at home, and you just call whoever is there, washing dishes, whatever, doing, hey, come here, man, just quickly take the soprano, take the alto there. Okay, I've just written this thing. Okay, 2, 2, 3, and then even if you're still holding a plate, okay, thanks, very nice, you know, and yeah, it just became part of me. And by the time I went to study formal music, it was really not just even studying how it works. It was really to say, oh, is this what this thing is called? you know. So my approach, I think, to music just growing up has been that, like, just not from an education or what I know and try and make something out of, okay, let me try and create using the rules that I learned. No, I'd get into myself first, let it flow, and then analyze that so I can put it down if I need other musicians to play along, whatever. I guess, now I use music to communicate. Today I'm working on a theater piece, musical theater piece called Ngwengwezi, with my brother, my cousin, my friend, my collaborator, Umkhululi Mapicha. We started I started conceptualizing it a couple of years ago. But it's really amazing how it came together. It was actually already written. It was already written because there was stuff that I had written before that I never knew. But then it just fitted into the story. Like bam, like everything with words. If it's a duet, there is a duet. It's sitting there. So what we just basically coming to develop that story and new elements. Not new elements, but really just redefining it and checking where it's at, and for it just to make complete sense. And it's really just looking at two characters who have a calling, but in different ways. The other one, yes, becomes a healer. There's a drum, there's ikubu, for me, music is, I think I must still, maybe I should do a PhD on that God is music. And it's very key to us. I see music as medicine. I see it as it's everything, the drum, the rhythm, and everything is rhythm, energy, vibrations, you know what I'm saying? It comes from that. And something that is consistent, trance, raves, you know what I'm saying? You just get into something, and you know what I'm saying? And it's about snapping out of this world. And so we really try and paint that picture in this piece, quite interesting. So yeah, they have a calling, these two characters. Other one is, yes, he has that healing thing, but the other one is music. So she grows up in music. So she also has a calling, but it's using music, and it's within music, which is kind of like Kululi only told me later that he was thinking of my story and built the Ngonjane character around my story in terms of, and going overseas. So that's where she takes off. So the second act opens up when we're in Cuba, and we connect the two, because if we are not what we see in the mirror, and we are energies and spirits, That's why we can be everywhere. So we try and showcase that. Yeah, when I get into something, I get into it. Whether it's an album, whether it's whatever, it's what I think. It's all I'm thinking about. So, being at JIAS is just a great. They get it, they get it, and Kululi can be up here. We can spend good time together, and be in the same space. I've learned over the years that when you're a creator, it's not when you're in front of at your workstation that the ideas come. The ideas come from when you're being inspired by whatever is inspiring you there. And then at your workstation, you're just basically laying it down. It's your documentation space. And everything here is just great and allows for that. And there's like amazing people that I hear. Like when they introduce themselves, like, you just said what? Who? What? I'm just blessed. I'm just grateful. A lot of my days these days, almost every day, there's like a big wow moment. Like wow, every day, and it's an interesting time to be in. And so one day, 400 years from now, they'll be reading stuff that we've written about this time.